Uh, all right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna Faise on mute your mic. Yo, Faise.
Yo.
Yeah. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we back in the building. We finna to extrapolate, certain truth. We finna get these downloads. We finna get the edification out. We finna make everything make sense for everybody. For those who are stuck in the confusion process when it comes to knowledge and information and things of that nature. So we got phase one. We got 607 and Smokey's supposed to be here, but you know what I'm saying? She said she didn't want to join the live. So it's one of those things where, man, like you can't just say certain things about certain people and then duck the live at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, we got phase one, 607 in the building. Put the 999 in the chat for the 9 ether. Free Baba, free the master teacher. Let's get to it.
What's going on,
So we can start out with Faise first.
I'm finished.
Huh?
I'm finished.
What do you mean?
I'm done.
I want to say this, right? And I'm going to say this first. I'm going to be the first one to speak, right? For everyone with ears, let him hear, right? What the
Hold on. I don't know what happened to his thing. Oh, wow. Oh, here you go. All right. Hey, you got to go in, and that right back out, 607.
Oh, that was fun.
I hope, hey, go out and come back in.
I hear me?
Yeah, here we go.
Hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can everybody hear me still?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I can't hear y'all. Hold on. Apologies. Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I can't hear y'all. Hold on.
Yeah, you probably. Yo. You gotta take the AirPods out because it's gonna mess with the audio to where you can
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can I hear y'all?
Yeah,
let me hang up and get back out. Let me get out and come back in.
Hey, I don't know what's going on with this, but for those and coming in the chat, wait till 607 get back in here. The 999s in the chat for everybody. And at the end, we definitely going to be doing some Q&A. We'll be doing some Q&A and everything at the end. Damn. Spiritual warfare. All right, he's coming now. We're about to come back in. He just texted me. Hey, spiritual warfare. That's what you got to get ready for. Hold on. Trying to contact him so he can take me. Let me call him. Hold on for a second. Let me call All right, here we go.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we good.
My bad. But I was gonna say for everybody with ears left to hear, right? What the Spirit says to the church, right? And when we speak about churches, we understand the church was never inside the church, right? A lot of
Right.
people worship different things. A lot of people think and like to say that I'm a devil, but at the same time, anytime you speak about somebody outside of yourself, you kind of like vibrate low, right? So I want to explain to people what low vibrational and high vibrational is so they can understand. Low vibrational, high vibrational got nothing to do with how you act. It got to do how you view the world, right? Let me tell you what I mean. A 3D person will view this cup as being a regular cup, but a 5D reality person will view this cup as being an atom. They'll understand the true essence of it, right? And I want to let everybody know it's the difference between the true and a true statement, right? A true statement can be compared to be false. You can make it false, right? This is a cup. That's a true statement, but it's also a false statement. But the truth cannot be proven to be a fucking falsehood or strange, right? And the truth, they want to say it's not confusing, but I disagree. It is confusing because everybody in the world is confused, right? Because you gonna listen to him and he gonna tell you this. This is what he gonna say. He gonna say he got a teacher from another man. But if somebody got their teacher from another man, why you been following a man your whole life then, right? Because you've been looking, you ain't looked at yourself one time, right? You've been looking through another man because you got a teacher. I ain't got no teacher. My teacher the monad, right? So when we speak about truth, you got to know the difference between truth and truth, right? Phase one gonna say a lot of shit that's truth, but nothing he say is the truth, because I can prove it all wrong.
Okay. So what you got to say about that, Faise? Because
Cap. Cap. Cap.
why is that though?
Why is what? Why is he capping? Because
Yeah,
you don't know no better.
a lot of people we trying to get to the diametrical differences in between as far as like people getting downloads and people getting edification from a master teacher, because it's one of those things where you got to understand that weightlifting is, reading books is weightlifting for the brain. It activates neurons. It's another way to activate the Akashic records, which is the library within inside of you, because there's certain books that got certain sigils and archetypes and certain esoteric knowledge that you have to extrapolate, and you have to break down those words in order to get to the inception of the truth. So it's one of those things where you got to use the books as a catalyst to break the matrix.
I'll say this, right? Let me say this. Let me say this. You use the book, then you're dealing with poison, right? Because the words have been changed. What's the difference between there and there? You don't know the difference because they've been changed. The meaning of every word has been changed. They said one thing in the Bible. They said God changed the languages. He didn't change the languages. He changed the meaning of the words. See, all the words mean something different, right? When you search in yourself, the soul, you don't need the book because all the book gonna do is mislead you. Right. You gotta look within. Jesus said, and everybody have said that the true knowledge is within. It comes from the sun, gang. And if I know it comes from the sun, why I'm gonna read the book then? It don't make sense for me to read the book. Why I'm gonna go through the middleman? The book is the middleman, right? It's the middleman. I never read a book.
But you still have to get truth from somewhere else.
Hold up, Bdell. Hold up, Bdell.
Listen, let me tell you this.
Hold on.
A baby didn't need to get truth.
Let me speak right here. Didn't you get the word Jesus from a book? Didn't you just say in the book it says this?
No, I didn't. My grandma was a voodoo priest, right? And
so
listen to me. You asked where I get it from. Let me tell you why. You asked me a question. I got it from my grandma. She lied to me because the name ain't even Jesus. But I don't care about the names because there's no such thing as language. Everything is frequency and vibrations. So what you think is language is a whole bunch of shit sounding like this. Zzz, zzz, but it attached to your feelings. So what you hear as language is really feelings. The whole world is full of feelings and not language.
So then why are you saying the word language?
Because I'm speaking in a tongue of 3D. Listen, when you 5D, you got to travel.
Yo, he didn't just come and say that Jesus was in the book.
Listen, I told you, like the Muslims say, the people
ain't
of the
Jesus
book.
in the Bible. And if your mama lied to you, your grandmama lied to you, whoever the voodoo priest is that lied to you,
came and
gave you a lie, why the fuck you out here repeating deception then?
I didn't
I
repeat
wouldn't
it.
use
I didn't
nothing if I
repeat it.
thought somebody
No,
deceived me. I wouldn't make that a point at all. I would have left that behind me in the past.
Right. Right. I didn't repeat it. Right. What I said
Seems like
was, I
somebody's
let you
having
know.
trouble
You
connecting this,
asked me
Shadow,
where I get it from. I let you know where I got it from. And a lot of times when
which
we try
isn't
to
new.
raise people up, we try to raise people up to this conscious level. They know the same thing. So when I call names like Jesus and I call names the word been changed because you don't know the actual name. But I want people to remember. The only way I can spike their remembrance, you're gonna say, "Damn, he talking about Jesus. I remember that." Right? So then when you remember that, I'm going to tell you who Jesus was because the church got Jesus confused. Jesus was consciousness, right? It's a level of consciousness that you got to receive, right? But if you can't receive Jesus on the 3D level, how you going to receive him on the 5D? You can't. It's impossible, right? If me, you, and Bdell, we all 5D, we got to be able to travel to the 3D to get the information. How are we going to give it to him if we not just like him?
It depends on how you look at it. Like I said, you got to use the matrix in order to get out. We gonna hold on. I think Faise is. Hold on.
Hey, duck. You listen. You gotta use. Listen. So if you think you gotta use the matrix, right? You have to. The matrix is not the matrix. Y'all call it the matrix. This is a place that you're supposed to be at for experiences, right? So life is about experiences and learning how to control the emotions, because the emotions is what people think is something, right? So even when you think that you are moving off your own feelings and off your words, you're moving off your emotions. You have no words. Everybody in the world is moving off how they feel, right? And if that's the case, then you got to understand that true knowledge is a vibration. It's not in a book. It's in a vibration. So all I simply got to do is vibrate higher and I get smarter.
So how are you vibrating higher by using the same language that's used by deceivers?
This is how you do it, right? Listen, it's not by deceivers. Because listen, in order to understand, you got to understand this is a cup on the 3D level. We got to be conscious. This is a cup, but it's also not a cup. It's also an atom, right? But if I'm communicating with somebody that don't understand the atom, I'm going to tell them this is a cup first. Jesus said use the milk first, nigga. You got to use the blah, blah first. Y'all want to go around putting milk and putting whole meat in niggas' mouths, and meat is poison anyway. All it do is sit in your body and decay. So the knowledge you're giving people is decaying in their body because they can't do shit with it.
Okay, so here's the situation. Again, Jesus is a book character. So if you beyond the book, can you refrain? Don't you think it's wise? Don't you think it's wise to refrain from using book characters if you're beyond it?
The consciousness game. And listen, if I go to Spanish, nigga, I'm gonna speak Spanish. I'm gonna speak Spanish, nigga.
Do it.
I'm gonna roll my R's when I go to Spanish, nigga, because
speak
that's
Spanish.
The language they speak.
Speak it. Speak Spanish.
So when I speak, listen, you gotta speak who you trying to teach. Listen, man, I'm not you. I don't be on the internet asking people for money. I'm rich, right?
Okay.
I don't be asking my followers for money. When Jesus stepped out, Jesus fed 5,000 people, nigga. I ain't never seen you feed nobody. Okay. Every time I see you in your story, you asking people for money.
There you go.
Right? I don't ask nobody for money, gang. I come to bring the knowledge.
Okay.
I don't give a fuck.
And what's the main knowledge?
I'm all of that. But
What's
I'm
the main
enlightened
knowledge?
now.
Bro, listen. You don't got to deal with that. We handling that. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about the killer part. Don't worry about the killer part. Don't worry about the killer part. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Listen, don't even worry about the killer part. Don't worry about that. We can deal with what you got to deal right now, which is the knowledge that you're saying is knowledge. Okay, so again, if you're saying you're beyond, if you're saying you're beyond the books, yo, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. Don't you think it's a sign of intelligence to allow for somebody to speak?
You didn't want to speak. You refused to speak. So when I speak, now you want to speak?
Yeah, it's my turn now.
Knowledge and wisdom is two different things.
It's my turn to speak. So don't you think it's a sign of intelligence to allow somebody to speak? Don't you think that decorum is intelligence?
So why the fuck I'm going to get knowledge when I got wisdom from the monad?
You got wisdom from the monad. Where did the word monad come from?
Listen, you worry about, that's what you do, right? You worry about words. The word monad
you just use
a different word to God because it means divine. It means
divine.
We cannot say God.
Okay, real quick. Let's stay on that. Let's stay on that.
God.
Let's stay on that. Let's stay on that real quick. Hey, Bdell, can you pull up the meaning for monad? See if it means
divine. Listen. Let me take.
Yo, we gonna deal with a point. I'm gonna show you how to do this because you're not seasoned.
Remember I told you about truth and truth. Well, if you say something about a meaning, the meanings change every year. So every year's meaning, the words change.
Okay,
but so the way I mean it is the way I mean it. It's the person, the tensions of the word that make the meaning. It's not the definition.
Let me ask you a question, Bdell. Can we do this a different way? Because I'm a little more on the intellectual side, and I want us to reach progress and common ground. Can we do a timer? Can we do 2 minutes apiece so that there could be a little more intellectual prowess here?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
Do that.
You go ahead, sis. So you do 2 minutes, I'll do 2 minutes. Let's do it that way.
Let me say this, right? When you speak of words, right? Words like the monad, words like Jesus, words have been changed. We gotta go with the feeling, right? So everything in life that you say is an emotion, is a vibration. Nobody has really heard words. Words don't exist, gang. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to say you gonna come up and say the monad mean this and mean that. And I agree, you can find that truth, but you can't find truth in that. Because the truth is, the monad is outside of creation, it's outside of everything, it's outside of the God of this plane, right? And it creates nothing, right? It creates nothing. It has created nothing. So you gonna come and say it's a demon worshiping a demon God and all this shit, and I'm gonna say you right. I'm gonna say you telling the truth, a true statement. But I'm gonna say that statement is not truth. Because the books was written by people that either like you or dislike you. So it depends on how the person felt about you when they wrote the book. That's why you got to get the information from the trees, from the sun, from the ground, right? That's why you got to get the information from the monad, whatever you want to call them. Call them monad, call them God, call them anything. Just don't put nobody between them.
All right, go ahead, Faise.
All right, so here's the situation. You're making statements. I don't know if you understand the contradictory nature of them, but you're still making them. You said words don't exist. Why are you using them? That's the first question. Second question for you to think about is you said that the monad is outside of creation. But if I ask you to define it, and you can do it when it's your time, please define what outside of creation would be if your fathoming is predicated upon your existing within creation. You don't exist outside of creation. You don't know how to describe outside of creation. Another statement you made is that it's beyond the books. It goes outside of the books. So let's look at it. Monad is in books. Sophia is in books. Abraxas is in books. Everything that comes from the demiurge story is Greek philosophy. Plato's. You stole from Plato's talking about you're beyond the books. If you're really beyond the books, stop using Plato's thing. If you're really beyond language, how about invent a new language that you can say this is beyond the language that exists, but still you will be operating within the field of language, so you contradict yourself again. If you really truly have an understanding beyond existence, how about stop using the components of existence to prove that there is an exo-existence reality? But you don't have exo-existence reality. You're still dealing within creation. You're still a part of it. If you're saying that you're getting these downloads from something that's beyond all of the things that exist within its reality, when I ask you questions like, can you speak Spanish fluently? You should be able to answer yes. As a matter of fact, you should be able to go before Spanish, pre-Spanish. You should be able to go to German. You should be able to go, or Germanic. You should be able to go to ancient Egyptian, Akkadian. You should be able to speak all of these languages without having to rely on anything that's sitting right here, Google, another person, or anything. It should all be able to be channelable. But y'all are not channeling. Time.
You gonna let him keep on going, Bdell?
Oh, I was trying to post something. Go ahead, though.
Let me say this, right? The first question he asked me, right? He asked, why do I use language, right? Let me tell you, I told him this 10 times and 1,000 times. I'm gonna tell him again, right? Why I'm gonna go to the shooting range and don't take a gun, right? Let me tell you two things you gotta understand, right? Language was not my choice. I didn't want to use language. I want to talk through my mind. But because of all the poison and everybody eating, we can't communicate through our mind. So we got to use the same thing that we use as a weapon. When they call it spelling, we got to use it to reverse the spell, right? And he asked me, why do I call it the monad? And what's the monad? Listen, the world itself is inside a firmament we locked in. And outside of that firmament, whatever outside of that firmament that we can't explain, that's the monad, right? And a lot of people want to say something about the books. I get my messages from the true creator. That's how you know, because they recorded it in the books. Remember I told you the books got true and they got truth? So everything has been recorded. So when I get the information, it's his job to go check it. So when he check it in the books that he read, he found out that I just said the truth, right? Because the same names that he's saying in the book, I never read a book to find them, right? Because all the secrets of the universe are unlocked to me, because one thing he don't do that I do, he eat poison. Ask him, do he eat food? He gonna say, yeah. He eat food. Ask him, do he drink water? He gonna say, yeah. He drink water. Ask him, do he got a job? He gonna say, yeah. He work a job. But none of them things you supposed to do, right? So if you don't understand what you own life for, how can you be a teacher? Listen, Jesus said clean the inside of your cup before you clean the outside. So how you gonna tell you get enlightenment and you know true enlightenment comes from fasting, and this nigga ain't fasting? True enlightenment comes from within. It don't come from without, right? So I just want to end with this statement right here, right? I love this brother. This brother got a lot of knowledge, but knowledge against wisdom will never win, ever. fuck out my mom.
Go ahead, Faise.
Okay. Your information that you're talking about, your awareness, your wisdom, all of that is seeming to be limited. Because if I ask you a simple question and you can answer this with your response, you spoke about the firmament. Without going to Google, I want you to tell me what it means or what's the word for firmament in Hebrew. And I want you to tell me where you got the word firmament from. Meaning, if it is a word you're using, you got it from somewhere. And if you're going to tell me that you got the word out of a book that shut down your statements prior, listen, it's called decorum.
Can I answer?
Scholarly etiquette. You can allow somebody to finish their time. Unless you feel that there's haste that you have to speak. If your truth really stands, you don't have to cut in. Where's my time at right now, Bdell?
I feel like I talk.
Go ahead and start over. Just go ahead and start over for clarification.
Okay, I would have to start over. You understand that? You understand?
Brother.
Huh?
My apologies.
No, yeah, it's all good.
When you ask me a question, I'm gonna speak.
It's all no. You speak on your time. That's why I did it this way, so that the people that are watching won't get lost in all the hoorah. We can really get down to what you're saying is, and you're doing it again.
Respond to the question. How they gonna know what I'm responding to?
I responded to your questions or your challenges with my time.
Let's do this.
I have a time limit to do that.
Let him come with the questions then. So
who come with the question?
Let him dictate it. Because if you ask the question, they don't know what I'm responding to when it's my turn.
No, yes they do. Do you underestimate the audience?
No, I underestimate you, and I underestimate you.
I understand what I'm responding to, which is why I'm responding.
You're right. Let's go.
And you just said you underestimate me. You know that, right? On record.
Continue.
And that's fine.
I underestimate you because you got.
It's called decorum.
You told me about
composure.
You ain't tell me nothing about.
Wait.
Composure. We not in pre-K.
Nigga,
wisdom would allow you to know that if we both talking at the same time, neither one of us can discern what's being said. Okay, again, when you speak about the firmament, that's a word that comes from a book. So you got it from somewhere. If you're going to debate that, that's fine. Still, if I'm able to go and find the word in a book that comes before you were even birthed into this earth plane, then that means that word comes from a book. If you don't know the meaning of it, then you cannot go and petition the monad to get the meaning that the monad does not allow for you to get all of the information, which means that your information is limited, which means you serve a limited God, which makes sense because you're coming with Abraxas. And Abraxas is a limited God, even in the stories. Abraxas falls short.
No!
That's very intelligent. That's very wise what you just did. All right, so I'll concede the point. I'll move forward from the point on this because I don't want to keep screaming. And I'll let Bdell start to dictate like you suggested. I'm okay with that. Before we move forward, I'm in the middle of a 21-day fast right now. I fasted multiple times, 9 days at a time. You're a liar. You don't speak things that are true, so that's faulty wisdom. Let's move on. Bdell, you can dictate. I'm with that.
Okay. Hold on. Let me get 607 back on here.
Let me say this. I'm gonna say this again, right? When I speak something, it's the truth. So of course you can find it in your books, gang. That's the whole point. You're gonna find what I say in books. And when you speak about everything is locked in the firmament here, the information that's here, everybody available to that information, right? I speak of information beyond this plane, gang, right? So again, I'm not concerned with you trying to debate languages, right? You trying to debate how we speak. You're making a fool of yourself because everybody speak languages. I can speak to a Mexican without knowing Spanish because it's a feeling. All I gotta do is go like this or go like that. I done talked to people in penitentiaries around the world without knowing no language because language is the fact of a feeling, right? If you got a smile on your face, if you angry looking, that's true language, gang. It has nothing to do with the words come out your mouth. That's why I can say, fuck you, but say it in a smiling tone and nothing happened to the person. But if you say fuck you in a mean tone with that emotion, then that's going to show something else. The world is controlled by emotions. You talk about 5 senses. I'm talking about 15, gang. Right? But I love your shit. Like I said, to have an understanding, you have to travel through somewhere. You chose to get your information from the books and your teacher. I chose not to have a teacher or go through no books. So I'm not going to say you wrong. I'm just going to say that you need to make sure you check where you get your information from and not from no book. It's about how you feel. If you feel like it's right, it's right. If you feel like it's wrong, it's wrong. You got a compass on the inside of you. You don't need no book. You don't need nobody on the outside to tell you what's truth. Everybody should feel on the inside and know what's truth from the inside of themselves. That's what I teach. I teach people don't listen to me, don't listen to you, listen to themselves. And I'm going to end with this. If I said something bad, it came from me. If I said something good, it came from God, the monad, Jesus, anything you want to call.
Go ahead, Faise.
All right, so again, I think that there's a lack of understanding, comprehension rather, that you're still using language to explain all of this. If you don't understand this, I can explain it to the best of my ability. Language helps you communicate.
I'm done with it.
Language helps people communicate. So when you're using words, the point of using the words is to get a meaning across. It's to relay a message. So if you're saying words and you don't understand the meaning of those words, then there can exist. It's why am I being interrupted?
Hey, slow down.
Yo, where I'm at in time.
Just start over.
Okay, I don't want to take too, because I know that can lull a conversation. So the main thing that I'm telling people to pay attention to now is there are statements being made that are unprecedented logical fallacies. This means that you're saying because one thing is so, that means that the other thing must be so. You're saying that if you find it in a book, it must be true. You may not remember your statements, but I do. No, that doesn't mean that. Just because you find it in a book, because you said it and now I can go and find it in a book, doesn't even mean it is true. I do not have a standpoint that the things that you're saying are true. I have a standpoint that you're just saying things and you don't even know what they mean. Meaning your communication is also limited. I would never want to serve any God or be channeled by or channel with any God or through any God that would present to me limited information. That means that if I'm here to reach people, to bring people to the truth that you're speaking about, they're going to be misled because some people are going to think this word means this. Some people are going to think this word means that. And if I lack the understanding or comprehension to be able to explain or differentiate or distinguish, then guess what happens? People end up lost. Probably part of the reason why you got people like Smoke the Creator saying that their God is Abraxas. Does she know that the word Avra is saying the origin? And when you're saying the word kazus, which way you get that word, they use X and K in the Greek alphabet. You're saying that there's the origin of something that has fallen. The origin of the reason why things fell. An occurrence of falling, that's Lucifer. You worship Lucifer, and he doesn't have all of the information. Duality, the demiurge, they don't have all of the information. They're lopsided or slanted. Therein lies or tells the truth the whole issue.
I'm gonna see what she got to say. What you got to say about that? Mo?
That's the whole point. It's duality. It's balance. Of course, we're gonna have evil and good in everything we do. Language is not needed. It's what the whole point of what 607 is trying to do.
Wait. You said language is not needed, but you're using language to
right, because that's what you need. That's what you need.
Not making any sense right now.
Okay. So I can just sit here right now, right? I can just sit here right now, and I can just go by facial expression, and you'll understand exactly what I'm feeling, right? I can tell you what I'm saying just by facial expression. So how do I need language? Why do I need language if I could just use facial expression? It's all off of emotions, bro. That's all he's saying. We don't need it. Yes, we have it because that's what they created.
Okay, so it's one of those things where, like I said, it's another form of pseudo-intellectualism. So it's one of those things where you got to understand, like I said, you got to break down the etymology of certain words. You just can't be using words and saying at the same time that you're getting downloads.
Words are fucking vibrations. Okay, you can use whatever you want to use.
So who are you channeling and getting your downloads from for where you don't even know who you are sexually? Same for 607 up. Who are you channeling where you extrapolating Canaanite culture with black nails? Who are you channeling? Who are you channeling to, dish out that type of negativity to the people? Who are you channeling if you're getting these downloads?
I'm channeling the same people that the person that you're getting your downloads from, them books. They channeling the same people I channel. That's source. That's the same person they channel. The same person you channeling. You're channeling from us. You're getting recycled downloads, bro, from different people, and you don't even
So,
understand that you're reading spells. Come on, bro.
what I'm saying, who are you channeling for to where you don't know,
Source.
to where you're basically
I
sexually
just
confused?
told you, source.
Who? So sources made you sexually confused, right?
Hold on. Hey, bro, stop. Stop, bro. Stop.
What?
Stop. You want to talk about sex? You want to talk about sexually confused?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. Hold on.
Nobody
let me get,
confused. Listen. So you was born with a masculine and feminine, right? So when you was made, you got to activate your masculine and your feminine, right? Your divine masculine and your divine feminine, right? So everybody in the world is spirit. There's no such thing as a body. If you believe you're a body, then you 3D. There's no way you can tell me you 5D and you worried about that body and that he, she, whatever it is. Because once you worry about the body, you already vibrated too low.
I got a question.
Because we understand the spiritual plane, we don't have a body.
I got a question.
We just spirit. Hold up, gang.
I got a question.
Let me speak. Let me speak. I'll let you speak.
I got a question.
I'll let you. No question. No question.
Until when?
No question. Let me tell you something. You got a masculine and a feminine side of your brain. So once you judge somebody's body, you cannot be a 5D creature like you say, because we understand we don't got a body. Smoke ain't nothing but a light. Right? She has no body.
No, everything in the universe has a
body.
Order. So if you're extrapolating certain things that's basically propagating some things that's basically out of order, then who are you really channeling?
It's not out of order.
Black
because
male.
it's masculine and feminine. She is vibrating correctly. No. Because listen, to vibrate, listen, to talk to the true monad, Jesus was so soft, they thought he was a fag. Everything because this Buddha was so soft, they thought he was gay. Right? You gotta understand this.
Everything.
Okay, I got a question.
Because that's the precursor to mastery.
I got a question.
No, it's not no curse. The curse is over. The curse was the alpha and omega, gang.
I got a question.
If you believe in the curse cell, you be cursed.
607. I got a question.
I got an answer. I got all the answers, gang.
All right, that's a bet. That's a bet. What's fifth dimension? Can you explain it? What's the fifth dimension? What's 5D?
Listen. All right, listen. Let me explain to you. 3D reality is this, right? If you live in 3D reality, you believe that this world is physical, right? We live in a 5D reality. You view the world totally different. You understand there's an atom, and you view the world of things that can help you, right? See, the highest consciousness, you don't deal with love. You deal with being authentic. That's why I tell you all the time, fuck you, and I'm authentic with it, and I vibrate high when I tell you, right? Because the vibration got nothing to do with the words that come out your mouth. It got something to do with how you view the world. So to be in 5D reality, all you got to do is view the world different, right? So the way it's from the inside, not from without. When you view the world from the inside, you are now in 5D, you dumb nigga.
Okay, so check this out. Doesn't the atom exist within the realm of physicality?
You're not listening, is you?
I just asked you a question. It's a yes or no. Doesn't the atom exist
There's no such thing as a yes or no answer. Let me tell you why.
Does the atom? Okay, so let me.
Okay,
so check this out. Does the atom? I'm asking you a question. You give me whatever answer you want to give me. I just want to make sure the question is clear. Does the atom exist within the realm of physicality?
I tell you this, right? The atom exists within everything. Everything existence goes atom, space, atom, space, atom, space, right? Without an atom, you won't have nothing, and without space, you won't have nothing. That's to tell you two things in life. Nothing is yours, not even your breath. If I inhale right now, I gotta exhale, nigga, because nothing is mine. There's no attachments in life, right? So I don't have no attachments. I'm not attached to no words. You attached to them words in a book, nigga. You attached to everything, but when you believe in the true monad, you have no attachments. I can speak in 3D, I can speak in 4D, I can travel to 5D. I'm an ascended master. I go and say what I want.
Okay, so I just want to make sure we're clear. I'm asking. And then a lot of people are, a lot of people are watching right now. There's a question on the table. Does the atom and the subatomic particles that make up the atom, the core.
I just gave you the answer, nigga.
Does it exist within the realm of physicality?
I just gave you the answer.
That's what you think that was?
Listen, everything is atom, space. Atom, space. If you want to know what an atom is, break it down some more. Just like this is a bottle of fucking water, right? But it's also fucking poison if you don't drink it out the glass. So
what type of poison?
Everything in life has a different layer. Life is like an onion, it's different layers, but it make you cry. right? So you too concerned about words. I'm trying to touch the soul, and the soul can't speak. It just records shit, right?
Okay, let me ask you a question.
Everybody's soul is recording this right now, and everybody is feeling right now.
Exactly.
So let the monad speak right now.
He in trouble. So check this out. And then, you know, if the monad speaks, he has to do so within the realm of physicality, because sound has to travel through a medium.
Through vibration, nigga, through me.
Excuse me. Vibration is also a matter of physicality.
We all know this.
Hey, you gotta let him speak.
All right, my fault.
If the monad can speak without you, that'd be great. But somehow it seems to have to speak through you, or it seems to be speaking through you. So if it's speaking through you, it's using a medium that exists within the realm of physicality. Your vocal cords are physical. The sound that you're producing exists within the realm of physicality. Everything you're talking about, down to the atoms, molecules, water, poison, all of that's physical. There's absolutely nothing that you have said thus far that is outside of the realm of physicality. Therefore, I am able to reason that you have absolutely no idea.
That's the same thing he just said.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Hey,
excuse me. I don't like being cut off by pterodactyls. I don't favor that.
Listen.
So let me finish what I'm saying. Excuse me. Hey, give me about 30 more seconds.
All right.
30 more seconds and I'll be quiet. Okay. So again, the reason for me explaining this is I always ask people, explain 3D, 4D, 5D. Explain all of that. If you can explain it, then at least I can understand that your knowledge isn't limited or your information isn't limited. People are safe to listen to you. If not, then I would tell people, don't listen to what the fuck this nigga talking about. Because if you just said space and nothing, really what you just did is said one and the same. And even space exists. Excuse me, that wasn't 30 seconds. That wasn't 30.
It was. I'm looking at the thing.
Space exists within the realm of physicality.
Let me say this.
It's still physical. Go ahead.
Let me say this. Jesus, as above, so below. As within, so without.
Who said that?
Listen.
Who said that?
Listen, let me speak my words.
All right.
But Jesus ain't the first one that said it. It was said by Buddha too. It was said by everybody that traveled in 5D reality. Everybody got highest consciousness. They said the same statement. Because when I speak from the same consciousness level as Jesus. So my words be the same words that he said. You can track them down, and I ain't never read them. But I'm going to say this, right? As above, so below. As within, so without, right? So I'm going to speak from a place where you can understand me, right? So when you speak of an atom, everything in the world is physically made of it, right? He want me to break down the chemical reaction and all them words of it. As long as I know what it do, I don't need a driving license to drive, right? So what I'm saying, I can explain it, I can articulate it, I can tell you what it means. But Jesus said, and I like to say what Jesus say, because Jesus is consciousness. He want to keep on saying it's not consciousness, but he said you have to give him the milk first. So everybody's too concerned with that. He want to give you the meat, right? He want to give you hard language because he want to be your teacher. He want to be bigger than you. He wants you to sound, he want to sound smarter than you, right? But the true essence of this is how you are on the inside. Are you rich on the inside and out? I'm rich. I can show you I'm rich. I'm rich in my spirit. I can show you that too, right? So a man can talk, but it's about within. Clean the inside of your cup before you clean the out, right? I am the message I bring, gang. He disrespects smoke. He disrespects everybody. When you can take from yourself and disrespect somebody else, that means you are a 3D reality person, right? So I can explain to him what 3D.
Because you disrespecting me and I didn't do shit to you.
You gotta listen to me. You gotta listen to me. Hold on. Let me speak to you.
You told Bdell you were gonna kill him.
I told you. Remember I told you this. Right. I said I vibrate 3D, 4D, 5D, depending on what I need. See, y'all believe in killing the ego. I believe in not. I believe if you kill your ego, when it's time for you to use it, you would die. I believe you have to train your ego, right? You have to, because it's in survival mode. I believe the whole world is stuck in survival mode and everybody is drifting. And I believe that the ego should be tamed, right? So I come with a different message, and that message ain't in no book, right? Because everybody know when you start playing soft, people run over you. And they run over you too much, you need your ego, right? You need it, right? So I'm going to say this. I don't speak for you. This for you, Bdell. Nigga, only reason I said something about you is for two reasons. One, I thought you tricked me into a debate, right? Two, after you did that, I'm like, nigga, using all these big ass words, but I found out, nigga, you is a spirit person. Nigga, let me speak my mind. I found out, nigga, you meditate. I watch your story. You get your information from different sources too. You just double check yourself, nigga. Y'all both double check yourself. Both of y'all niggas enlightened. Because I spoke to both of y'all niggas. But both of y'all niggas go double check yourself in the book. I don't go double check myself.
That's okay. You know that's the problem, right?
No. It's about how you feel, nigga.
Okay, let me ask you a question then. You said Jesus said, as above, so below. Where he say that at?
Listen to me, right?
I'm listening. You don't got to keep telling me to listen. That's a real question. Just cite it. Just cite it. Where did he say that? You said he said it. I want to see if you're telling me. Can you get what I'm saying? I'm doing my best to merit whether or not you're telling me the truth. Where did Jesus say that at?
Do you want me to answer or not? You listen. Listen. If I say true, let me tell you something. A true statement can be proven to be a false statement. A true statement cannot be proven false. So it's a lot of true statements that I can say, and books and language can confuse them. But a true statement cannot be proven wrong. Like the truth statement that I can say right now cannot be proven wrong. And the truth.
So, okay, all I'm asking you, I know it's not hard to do this. All I'm asking you to do is tell me where you said it. You made a statement.
I just told you. You
made a statement. So that's not the answer. You need to give me a location. If I say where, I'm asking for a location. I'm asking for an excerpt. I'm asking for a citing, something.
Within. Go listen.
Within is not the answer.
Wrong in the world. Look within. You'll find it. If I
excuse me, then you're wrong yourself,
gang.
All right, let me help you out.
I'm a prophet of God. I'm not no Saul. I'm a prophet.
Then you just lied.
A real prophet.
Then you just lied.
I don't lie. I can't lie, cheat, and steal.
You just lied.
I can't.
You said Jesus said as above, so below.
Let me tell you something about a lie, right? Even a lie can listen.
Your method is to talk.
Bdell.
You don't have scholarship. You don't even got wisdom.
Let me show you how a lie is not true. How a lie is no problem. A lie just change your reality, right? If I go tell my wife, if I tell my wife I ain't been cheating on her, she gonna treat me like I ain't cheated on her. I'm gonna change her whole reality because the words is just that powerful. So when I change her reality, she's not gonna think about me cheating no more. Her reality has been changed. So even a lie can be true, right? But nothing can be proven truth, nigga.
So all I'm asking you to do, without all the jargon, if you don't know, that's fine. I'll accept that.
I just told you.
I'm asking you,
accept it.
Where can I go and
you the
find?
way you want to hear it.
Okay, for everybody that's here, they got they optimal brain functioning right now. I'm asking 607 to present where it says that Jesus stated, as above, so below.
Bro, listen. You too worried. You too worried about.
He's just
if I tell you right now, he said in Corinthians 5. If I say that in Corinthians 5, 10,000 years ago, it was no such thing as Corinthians 5. If I tell you the truth, nigga,
okay,
it's the truth.
What is the answer?
You worried about books, and different books are gonna be
Jesus
different
was here
things,
10,000 years ago.
That's why I don't read them.
Jesus was here 10,000 years ago.
Jesus was here since the beginning of time. Time is linear.
Jesus was on planet Earth as Jesus 10,000 years ago.
Yes.
Where?
And time doesn't exist.
Where was he located?
Let me tell you, dumbass.
Where was he located 10,000 years ago?
Hold on, let me tell you, dumbass.
I'm asking you a question. You gave my answer, so I'm asking you, where was he located 10,000 years ago?
Let me tell you. Listen, if you look up past in a dictionary in your books, past is before you speak, right? If you look up future, future is after you have spoken, right? And let me explain you about time. Time is linear, right? The only time we have is now, right? Life is moment to moment, right? So what I'm telling you is this: everything is happening right now. We live in a parallel universe. So Jesus is happening now. You see Jesus through me, nigga. Jesus is consciousness, gang. So you don't understand that everything is repeating, going over and over again, but it's not, because it's all in your mind. There's no such thing as time. Time was invented to keep you stuck, to keep you lost, right? So everybody believing in time, they don't understand that there's no time. I can prove it to you. You can take 4 people, you put them in the car, they go an hour ride. I guarantee you, all 4 of them people gonna feel like time was different based on how they feel about time, right? So you can't tell me time is real when it's not, right? If time was real, why they take the months from 13 months to 12? And if time is real, why is time speeding up right now? 24 hours in a day today is not even the same 24 hours it was when we was growing up, and science approved it, right?
Okay, because you don't understand what they're saying time is. You're using their word.
You don't understand what time is. Time
hold on,
I just let you
talk. I just let you talk.
All right.
Intelligence.
No, but what? Look, you're not really wrong or right at the same time. But like I said, you got to break the spell by using the words. Where did the word Jesus come from? You got to get into ancient Proto-Semitic language. The G and the J are interchangeable.
Right.
So when you're saying Jesus, you're really saying justice, which is a gas, a noble gas.
Right.
That gas is ether. That is also associated with Tahuti, Thoth, that created the whole ideology of as above, so below. So that's what he's basically trying to tell you. He's basically saying, like, he wants you to understand, don't just be saying words.
Just say there and there. Listen, no. Word is the emotion of how you feel. Say there and there. Right? So I can say there and I can say there. They sound the same but mean different. I can say Jesus, I can say Thor said it. It doesn't matter. It's the emotion, gang, that you carry that determines the word, that determines the meaning of the word, right? The dictionary can tell you one word, but I see a lot of people that say words that mean totally different things because it's the meaning within them. So to understand the meaning of the word, you got to ask me, yo, what do you mean by that? For me to understand you, I got to say, Bdell, what do you mean by that? Because I guarantee Bdell got a different meaning than what's in that book. Because I have spoken to Bdell, right? So when I talk to Phase 1, I asked Phase 1, I said, yo, Phase 1. He said, I got my teacher. My teacher's raised me. But he stopped there. He said, I left my teacher. I found out everything in the streets when I went down there. Because listen, even when he was left, he came born into a family of spiritualists. He tried to get away from it, but he couldn't run. So it was not his
No, the fuck I did it.
You told me that.
No, the fuck I did it. And I never told your ass that
I wanted to
spiritual leaders either. You lied.
You didn't tell me that.
You went on there with Smoke the Creator, and you said that
Hold up.
Excuse me.
Stop.
Excuse me. You should be able to go back and forth because we done already broke the time limit thing. You weren't able to handle that. I gave a time limit so that we could. Excuse me. I gave a time limit so that we can get our thoughts out. You weren't able to handle that. So we should be at least able to go back and forth. I never the fuck
I
said I wanted to be the spiritual leader, that I was the spiritual leader. You lied.
I just said I'm wrong, gang.
Okay, check this out. Yeah. Then watch this. That goes back to your statement. It ain't coming from the monad then.
No,
so
I can't.
Excuse me. How much of what you said about Phase 1 came from the monad? Give me one thing that came from the monad about Phase 1.
Listen, gang. Let me tell you.
Hold on. Before you go into it, I'm gonna take 30 seconds because every time I ask a question, I don't get the answer to the question. I get another pontification I asked for. I got a whole bunch of people that I grew up around that did the exact same thing because they lack scholarship. All I'm asking people to do after they watch this is please separate the ones who know what they're talking about from the ones who know about what they're talking. Dr. Malachi York, who we talking about the teacher but ain't said the name, Dr. Malachi York L., when he taught things, he gave you the formula to go and find the meaning so that not you could, you can't drive or you could drive without a license. You're still operating within a system where if you don't have a license, if you're ignorant to the fact, they still don't let you use that as an excuse as to how they will punish you. It's the same thing with this fake ass reality that you worship these people for creating. It still works that way. You still need to know what a driver's license is. If you think you're above that.
That's 30. Listen, as a child, you were programmed. When you came in this world, you had everything you needed. You was programmed with something in you. As a child, know right from wrong. You know what feel good. You know what feel bad. You don't need to read a book. You don't need no human teacher because you came in this world with everything that you need, right? I'm gonna say that to say this, right? Phase 1, right? Every time you speak, and I understand what you speak. But I'm speaking for those that don't understand what you speak. So when you come with them big ass words that they don't understand, I'm the voice to reason, right? See, you got to understand this. I'm a 5D, but I also travel 3. I'm not going to say you or Bdell fools and y'all dumb or anything about that because both of y'all smart, intelligent men, right? Both of y'all, right? But only thing that I can say that I didn't understand at first was how the spiritual community worked, how this worked, because I come straight from the streets. Right. So when I came over here, yeah, I was a little wild, nigga. But even John the Baptist was wild. Everybody was wild because you got to get wild before you get corrected. But my information is not limited. But as everybody else, it come in time. Because if you take a motherfucker from 1st grade to 12th grade, they not going to understand everything else. It's like taking a mushroom. Everybody run around taking mushrooms trying to get enlightened. Right. But then you get up there and you don't know what to do.
Okay, let me ask you this. Because here was my statement, and here's what it was for. Your information is limited, but not just the information that you have that you're saying. The information that you're saying is being channeled through the monad. So let me ask you a question. Are you able to, on cue, whenever you want to, channel monad.
Listen, let me tell you something. I'm gonna say this. When Jesus was in the wilderness, the devil came to him, and the devil told him to use his powers right now, right? The only way I could use my powers, gang, all my emotions got to be in it. I got to really feel what I want to do. They tied to my emotions. So if I want something to move in love, I got to really feel that love. So I can't just move it like that. It got to move off the way I really feel. Like you got to tap into your real true self to actually use your powers. So I can't use my powers on command, right?
So then that means you're not able to activate excuse me. That means you're not able. Let me get this out. You're not able.
You ain't let me finish, bro.
You're not able to activate your true self on command.
Can I please finish?
Then that's a problem.
Can I please
because
finish?
that means most of the time when you're functioning,
if
you don't feel like telling the truth, if you don't feel like channeling true information, you won't channel it.
Can I please finish? Listen. So again, I was trying to finish. So when I go meditate, when I go grounding, when I got to do stuff to connect with them, just like right now, if I take my phone and I'm far away from the signal, my phone won't connect. So I can't connect when I'm in a dirty spot. If I want to connect to the monad, I have to clean my system. I got to drink the right water. I got to ground. I got to meditate, right? I got to get within myself in order to connect, because everybody lost their connection in the world. Everybody's connection is stuttering, right? To get that true connection from the monad, all you got to do is clean your vessel.
Okay, let me ask you this. Before you teach or go on these interviews or any of that, do you always go and clean yourself up to prepare to channel the monad?
Yeah.
You do? You do?
Yeah.
Okay, so when you said that phase 1 says he's the spiritual leader, he's the leader of all the spiritual people, that came from the monad?
Listen, let me say this, right? Let me be honest with you. Let me be honest with you. What we're doing right now, anytime I say something about phase 1 or I speak outside of myself, remember I told you this, you gotta be 3D, 4D, or 5D. If I speak outside myself, that comes from a 3D reality. That comes from the dim merge. That can't come from that. But everything is dual reality. Life is about balance, right? It's not about nothing else but balance. So of course you're gonna understand when I speak to you and what I say. But a real man to understand, I can go back to that statement, I can correct it, right? Because I understand life is moment to moment. So if I make a mistake in any moment, I can correct that moment and I won't have that same outcome next time. Right?
You understand? Okay, so check this out. I want to make sure we're clear for everybody that's listening. You just contradicted yourself. You may not understand that you did.
I do understand.
Excuse me. You said that every time you go on to do an interview, you clean yourself up so that you can channel whatever's coming through.
I do.
From monas or monad or the mono or the original one deity, mono. That's what you said.
I do.
However, what you said about phase 1 wasn't true.
He could say about phase 1. I told you.
Excuse me. I'm almost finished.
Okay.
If one thing that your God told you to say
I don't got no.
Excuse me.
All right.
Then you're a false prophet.
All right.
If it's one thing, I'm almost done. If it's one thing, I don't give a damn if you lied about what we was gonna eat today. If your God gives you a piece of information, and it's not, I've never claimed that I was the leader of all of these spiritual people. I don't even deal with spirituality because people don't even know what that is. I don't lessen myself to deal with people. I raise them up to where we are. It's called overstanding. I don't stand up under the science to get people. I raise them up to where we are. So the main point that I'm making is nothing that you said in regards to me, nor the one who claims that she worships Abraxas. Nothing that y'all said was true, which means that what you're channeling is deception.
Now, he ain't saying that y'all gonna be talking for every 30 seconds. He just wanted a 30 seconds.
No, because if we're gonna do that, again, you want to do that because my purpose for doing that was to make sure the conversation can move forward.
He trying to
only one who did, bro, you displayed lack of composure. Right? We can't do that. All right, so let's do it again. Let's do a minute per minute. You get a minute, I get a minute.
Listen, let me respond to this. Let me say this.
Hold on, we good on that, Bdell?
Let me respond to that question about the.
All right,
wait. 1 minute. Let me
talk about my speaking, right? He had a long time. Let me just talk about speaking, and then y'all do the rules. I'm gonna say it as fast as possible. When you say something about my speaking, I'm gonna tell you again. Everybody running around, right, and they are confusing the message. They're confusing your message, confusing my message. So I want to stop the confusion, right? What you saying, bro, doesn't make sense. I just keep telling you this thousands of times. Life is 3D, 4D, 5D reality. If depending on how you feel, is how you speak. For me to be high vibrational. I can say something. Jesus said this. Jesus said this. He said, the disciples asked him, why did you say this to him and say that to him? He said, some people get milk and some people get meat. I keep telling you this over and over again, but you misunderstanding or not understanding what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that because a statement that you perceive to be false and you think is false because of the doctrine and the books that you have read, don't mean that it's false, gang. True, right, and wrong come from within, and a person can feel it, right? So I know what I say come from God when it feel good when I say it, and because everybody know. And I know when it come from the lower vibration because it feel bad when I say it, gang, even when it feel good, right? But I love you, bro. I didn't come here to debate against your teachers. We saying the same shit this whole time. Anybody's gonna rewind and gonna say them niggas just said the same shit in different languages. I said it in street, and you said it in intelligent, nigga. But it's the same shit.
There's such thing as street intelligence, and you're not displaying it. You still have to be able to display that street smarts. Niggas will still have to ask you some questions to get a better understanding of what it is you're saying. If you say you're finna take a nigga ass off, or we finna go hit his lick, you can't point to your tongue and expect the nigga to understand what the fuck you saying. You still have to be able to explain that. Intelligence exists for a reason. When the police pull up on a nigga in the streets, they're gathering intel. They call it that for a reason. When they saw all of these groups rising up, they came out with the counterintelligence program because they acknowledged those groups.
Listen, I'm not saying you
excuse me. That's in the middle of my minute.
I'm not saying you'll get intel. I'm saying we get it from different places. I get it from.
That's in the middle of my minute that you saying it.
Hey, you gotta let them talk, bro.
But I'm saying we can't say the same shit
because
we say the same shit.
Listen, I can assure you. I can assure you we're not.
We are. You saying get this based on
I can assure you we're not.
Listen,
listen.
I'm saying,
you don't have composure.
I'm saying the information
it's still
is
my
right.
minute. It's still my minute. I did not cut you off.
I'm saying the information is here.
I didn't cut you off.
It's in the book. We
Again, you're displaying lack of composure.
Just wait.
What kind of spirituality or meditation, whatever it is that you're practicing, that allows for you to not or doesn't allow for you to have composure? All you got to do is wait for a minute. Be calm. Be centered for 1 minute, 60 seconds.
I don't got to that bullshit you talking. All you've been doing the whole time.
Okay, well then we're not able to push the conversation forward because you're lacking the comprehension. You don't have the comprehension. And I'm here to make sure the audience is able to see the difference. If you're just going to keep jumping in and we don't have the time designated for you to speak and for myself to speak, that defeats the purpose of us coming together right now. It defeats the purpose. If you just want them to hear you, I'll get off and you can just go live. Do I have a minute?
Yeah. Go ahead. Do your thing. I got.
Okay. So again, my thing is when we're using words like true or lie or deception or truth or whatever you want to call it, there's still a measurement there. There's still a spectrum that people can look at and see this nigga cap or see this nigga for real. He true blue. No matter what it is, they'll still be able to take that and go apply it. And if it's not applicable, then it's not true. Again, if you cannot use it, if I say, if you're thirsty, you drink this water, you will have quenched your thirst. That's a true statement. Just because I said it don't make it true. I don't give a fuck if it's in the Bible or Al Quran, it doesn't make it true. The moment that they walk up and they take the water, now they know that it's true for themselves. So I can't just say because he said it, that's true. I have to understand the application. So I'm asking you this question. You said that phase one, I'm going based off of the statements you made. Phase one charges people for information that should be free. This is, you yelling, but you muted. Hold on, before you unmute, this is the question that's on the table. You said that phase one charges people for information. What I'm asking you right now is what information did I charge them for that's supposed to be given away freely?
I'm about to unmute you, huh?
He didn't hear what I said. Can you repeat the question?
Hold up, Bdell, he killed himself. Bdell, he said, look what he said. Hold up. You said you got to study in the book, but the book was written by a man too. So you going with another man believe on the inside to go with yourself. Stop.
Say you got to study in the book. No. When did I say? No. When did I say
that you got
to study in the book?
Bdell, run your shit.
So everybody who run this back, you just told another.
You
just
mute him, Bdell. Mute him.
You just lied.
Hey, just go ahead and talk. Just go ahead and talk. Just go ahead and talk.
I'll mute. Go ahead.
Listen,
you got a minute.
So he just said, I said go from within. You know if you're right. Then he come back and said you got to find it in a book. But everybody that got it from a book, they got it from within. So he want to trust in the book instead of trust within himself. I said look within. He still want everybody to look without. He telling everybody to look without in that book to know the true meaning. He's telling everybody don't believe in themselves, right? So if you don't believe in yourself, then you need a book to clarify. If I tell you this water hot right here, you put your hand in it, that's how you gonna find out it's hot, right? So what I'm trying to say is he just contradicted himself and made me understand he just lost because he just said the wrong thing at the right time, right? Because I said go within and search. He said search in the book, but that person in the book got it from somewhere else too. So everybody getting it from somewhere else. So why study and trust somebody else before you trust yourself? Gotta make it make sense, gang.
All right, Faise.
So everybody that's listening,
Hold on.
this is the
Go ahead.
for everybody that's listening, this